Hey, Eagle fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome into Philadelphia Eagles Now here on a Monday. News and rumors coming up in just 1 second. Some interesting stuff today as well, including Jonathan Gannon's head coaching update. First, though, where are you guys watching from? Shout out your city down below in the comments section. I live in Atlanta, although right now I'm not in Atlanta. I'm in Denver, Colorado, doing a little bit of skiing. Still working, skiing later. That's how it works. But where are you guys watching from? Let me know down below right now. All right, jump into the latest Eagles news and rumors here on a Monday, as we always do, starting with the update that we were all waiting for over the weekend. Jonathan Gannon, is he staying? Is he going? The answer seems to be that he is coming back. So reports are emerging this morning that the Texans are going to go ahead and hire Lovie Smith as their new head coach, and that means that Jonathan Gannon will not go ahead and get the job. And this comes off of an extra report yesterday saying Gannon was called by the Texans and informed that he was not going to go ahead and get the job either way. So even though he was a finalist for the Texans job, it came down to the final three people, him, Josh McCown, and I guess Lovie Smith. He also interviewed two other spots, including Denver and I think it was the Vikings as well. It doesn't matter. He's going to go ahead and come back and for year two as the Eagles defensive coordinator. Now, I have mixed feelings on this, right? You guys know, you watch this channel over the course of the season. I was up and down on Jonathan Gannon. My thought process, though, I think Gannon can grow in year two. I'm starting to, as a glass half full Eagle fan, you guys know this, starting to kind of, get myself into the idea of this is good for Philadelphia. This is a good thing for the Eagles. That fact that Jonathan Gannon's going to go ahead and come back because much like Jalen Hurts in year two, Nick Sirianni in year two, DeVonta Smith in year two, they should be able to improve and progress. Now, that does not mean that Jonathan Gannon is without his flaws. There were plenty of times against good offenses and good quarterbacks where his defense looked very, very bad. And that very early on shell defense, very little blitzing, kind of just sitting back and playing coverage, it didn't work most of the time. And so there's a lot of things that Gannon needs to go ahead and improve on, but I do think a little bit of stability here for a guy that apparently the coaches or the players do enjoy him. There are a lot of people, a lot of Eagle players tweeting their love for Jonathan Gannon the past couple of days as well, hoping that he comes back. I think Philadelphia is going to be just fine with him coming back here in year two. And really, the Eagles' entire coaching staff is going to remain intact. And again, like we just talked about with Hurts and DeVonta Smith, everybody going into year two hopefully can improve, and Gannon is definitely one of those. As you saw on your screen, defensive rankings, they were still pretty good. Even, top 12 in pass defense, top 10 in run defense, 10 in points per game. It's takeaways and sacks where they need to improve on. They were terrible getting to the quarterback, and they were 26th in total takeaways. And so improvements can be had. However, I think it is probably a good thing. We'll see how I feel about it during the season. But right now, I feel pretty good that Jonathan Gannon is, in fact, coming back. What do you guys think? During the ad break, pin comment down below. Are you glad Jonathan Gannon is coming back? If you are, type Y down below for yes. If you are not, then go and tell me why and type N down below for no. I was thinking the other day, okay, Jalen Hurts, obviously someone for the quarterback in 2022. I'm a big Hurts guy. What about Jimmy Garoppolo? And this was all brought on from an article I was reading. I forget where it was, talking about how Garoppolo is secretly the best, quarterback trade candidate out there because he's a lot cheaper than some of these other quarterbacks, and yet still very much is a winner, as we saw during the run he had in the playoffs. So, according to multiple reports, this all stems from the fact that the 49ers and Jimmy Garoppolo are working on a trade this offseason. No surprise there. They traded up to number 3 to draft Trey Lance, and so naturally they have to trade away Jimmy Garoppolo. However, Garoppolo has been fantastic in the postseason. Only 2 losses. The guy made it to a Super Bowl, had a 10-point lead, beat the Packers this year in the divisional round. Like, goodness gracious, the Garoppolo has been very, very impressive in the playoffs, even though there are a lot of times Garoppolo makes throws, you sit back and you go, what is he doing? Like, this makes no sense. And so he's not perfect by any means, but there have been people tweeting saying, could he be a good fit in Philadelphia? Well, let's break this down and try to give you guys an answer and my thought process on this whole thing. So first up, here was LBS on Jimmy Garoppolo. I think it's an interesting quote I want to throw up on the screen right now, explaining all of this. Quote, according to Matt Lombardo of Fansided, the 49ers want either a second-round draft pick or a third-round pick and a player for Garoppolo. Garoppolo has never put up flashy numbers, but he has been to a Super Bowl and 2 conference championship games. He has proven he can win games if the roster around him is good enough. That is what will make Jimmy G appealing to other teams, end quote. And he's not wrong here. I think there are a lot of teams in the National Football League that Jimmy Garoppolo makes a ton of sense. The Pittsburgh Steelers, the Denver Broncos, teams that have good rosters but need a quarterback. I think Garoppolo would be my first call if I was them, if you couldn't get Rodgers or Russell Wilson. Although, I still think that Jalen Hurts needs to be the guy in Philadelphia. Could the Eagles have won a couple more games with Garoppolo at the helm this past season? Yeah, I think Garoppolo is probably a better passer overall. The numbers back that up than Jalen Hurts. However, again, we know the ceiling for Jimmy Garoppolo. The ceiling for Jimmy Garoppolo is a really good quarterback at times who makes really bad decisions at times and can't seem to be good enough to win a Super Bowl, right? Now, he did get there, so maybe I'm wrong on that one, but we don't know what Hurts' ceiling is. Like, Jalen Hurts' ceiling could be Russell Wilson. It could be better than Russell Wilson. It could be, where he's at right now. He could have already reached his ceiling. We just don't know, and I would much rather take a gamble on a guy who's much cheaper, you don't have to trade for in Jalen Hurts, and a guy who has a much higher potential to be great. Again, we just talked about it. Jonathan Gannon coming into year 2. Why not go ahead and see improvement here for year 3, really, year 2.5 from Jalen Hurts, because, of course, he did not start in year 1 until the very end of the season when he was playing with nobody and they were backups. You guys don't know all of this, right? I don't have to kind of repeat it to you. Again, Jimmy G, I think, is a great option for teams that are a quarterback away. I don't think the Eagles are a quarterback away. I think they need to go improve the defense in the draft. Obviously, they need to go ahead and still get some weapons on the outside. Like, it's not just plug and play like Pittsburgh is, in my opinion, or even the Denver Broncos are, in my opinion. So I would stay away from Jimmy G, but at the same time, I'm very curious to see where he ends up because I think he's a lot better of a quarterback than even some 49er fans would go ahead and admit over the past couple of years. All right, would you rather have Jimmy G or Jalen Hurts? Like, seriously, straight up. I think most of us would say Jalen Hurts, which if so, type JH down below for Jalen Hurts. If you'd rather have Jimmy G, though, go ahead and type JG down below in the comments section. I'm a Hurts guy. I will be a Hurts guy until proven wrong. And I don't think this past season, we proved me wrong. I think it proved me right. Won 9 games, got to the postseason. So I'll stay behind defending Jalen Hurts. I'll type JH down below. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section right now. Now, of course, whatever the Philadelphia Eagles do, we'll cover it here on the channel, and we're approaching 25,000 subs. We're just blowing up right now. Like, normally, we do 5, 6, 7,000 views a video. We're doing up to 15 to 20,000 views a video. You guys are pouring in the offseason. If you're brand new and you like this content, go down below and hit that red subscribe button. We would greatly appreciate it. And, of course, if you're subscribed, you're a part of all the great content that happens through the community as well on Philadelphia Eagles Now. The goal is to make this the best YouTube channel for your beloved Eagles on the platform. I think we're already there, but help us continue to prove that by subscribing down below right now. All right, quickly here before we get into some rapid-fire news here, including DeVonta Smith, Malik Willis, and Doug Peterson. Your chance to bet on the Super Bowl is essentially coming down to the final week, right? It's Monday here. We're less than 7 days away from the next Super Bowl. Of course, you have the Rams and the Bengals. You want to bet on that game, do it with our friends at BetUS. Chatsports.com/EaglesBet. Promo code is Eagles125. Get you a 125% deposit bonus whenever you first sign up. So if you never bet on games this year, bet on the Super Bowl. Right now, the Rams are 4-point favorites. No love for Joe Burrow. All that guy does is win. I think I'm going to bet the 49, or sorry, I think I bet the Bengals +4, in my opinion, over under 48.5, either way. Bet on the game right now, chatsports.com/EaglesBet. Use that promo code Eagles125. All right, rapid-fire stuff here quickly. Do you see what DeVonta Smith had to say over the weekend on a SiriusXM podcast? Throw the quote up on the screen. Quote, "Cheesesteaks and all that, I kind of feel are overrated." Now, if this was any other player in Philadelphia who's not as loved as DeVonta Smith, people would be freaking out right now. But, of course, we all love DeVonta Smith, so all of us kind of went like, oh, it's fine. I wouldn't worry about it. Imagine if Jalen Reagor had said this. If Reagor had said this, we'd be going through the roof. Again, not really news here, but just kind of funny. We all love DeVonta Smith, even if he's not a big fan of Philly cheesesteaks. I've been in Philadelphia. I love the cheesesteaks. You guys, if you live there, you know they're fantastic. Smith, you just keep trying them. You acquire taste, right? Figure it out. Next, I saw an article, which to me is kind of just BS, so we're just going to glance over it very quickly here, about how Malik Willis not only balled out in the Senior Bowl, which he did, and if you watch that game, he was fantastic, but Howie Roseman was spotted, quote, very interested in Willis at the Pro Bowl. That was an article on, like, SI.com or something like that. Take this for whatever it is. Maybe they like Malik Willis a lot. Maybe they don't. Maybe they draft him. Maybe they don't. But just because Howie Roseman was seen very interested in Malik Willis, just, what does that even mean, right? It makes no sense. I don't think the Eagles are taking Malik Willis in the first or second round, although Willis is climbing up draft boards and probably will be a first rounder by the time we get to the NFL draft. Final story here quickly. Doug Peterson, he's been hired as the Jaguars head coach. Yes, thank goodness. I mean, I love it. I love him going to the Jaguars. We all are big Dougie P fans. Delivered us the Super Bowl 4 years ago, a couple of days ago, right? That's when we won Super Bowl 52. He, of course, was fired in 2020. Was it the fact that Wentz regressed? Was it the fact that Howie Roseman and him butted heads? Who really knows? We talked about it here on the channel, obviously. But he did win that lone franchise Super Bowl, and I think him and Trevor Lawrence can be a really good pairing. Learn from your mistakes, Doug. We know we all made them. You, me, everyone else in Philadelphia. Either way, I'm very happy for Doug Peterson. Plus, he goes to the Jaguars, who Philadelphia doesn't have to worry about, even though they play each other this upcoming season, which should be very interesting. But it's not like it's a hateable team. It's a very lovable team, in my opinion. And go Jags. Congrats to Doug Peterson. Type congrats Doug down below right now in the comments section to wish Doug well. You want to wish Doug well? Type congrats Doug down below, as I'm pumped that he got the job. All right, ultimate for today on our Philadelphia Eagles news and rumor video. Again, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Plenty more content coming up later on this week, including a mailbag video, which you can be a part of by using the hashtag Eagles down below in the comment section, as well as, of course, being a subscriber, because we only pull questions from our subscribers. Again, for Philadelphia Eagles now, I'm Thomas Mott signing off the rest of your day.